Live from Fargo and serving you on TV, online, and on the go. This is Valley News Live at 10.
A popular app your kids likely use is at the center of an investigation at a Fargo high school. Police say a 14-year-old at Fargo North admitted to soliciting nude pictures from a handful of female students through Snapchat.
Valley News Team's Courtney Lockey has details around the case and talks to students about the dangers looming behind these apps.
It's becoming all too common for teenagers using their cell phones to send inappropriate pictures to one another.
Then also other things with social media is you can get away with things without having to come back to it and fess up to it, because you can just go away from that, saying, that's not me, that's another guy.
Joshua is just one of many students who attend Fargo North. He's a junior there, and like most people his age, he spends a lot of time on social media. But through all that scrolling, he hasn't heard a thing about the latest investigation at his school. According to court documents, a student there was using a fake Snapchat account asking for nudes from his classmates. After receiving the complaints, police checked his locker and they found his cell phone. That's where they got a hold of his fake account and other troubling video of minors.
Once you receive a picture or send it, it's there forever.
If you don't know, Snapchat is a popular social media app that people can use to send pictures or just talk. A common misconception with the app, though, is that once the picture is opened, it disappears for good.
One of my friends in the past, she fell victim to getting asked and she sent it out, and then the school found out. And that was kind of unfortunate because it shouldn't be a problem, but it does happen.
Another student, Annashelle Luz, says she's got her Snapchat settings on private. That means only her friends can send her pics.
If you use Snapchat and other social media apps, it's so open and it's new, so a lot of people don't really know like the real consequences, so you just have to use it responsibly.
As for the investigation at Fargo North, police are still looking at possible charges for the student. In Fargo, Courtney Lockey, Valley News Live.
Also, Moorhead Police posted to their Facebook page the latest on teen trends, focusing on social media and even teen slang. We've got links on our website, valleynewslive.com.
It didn't take long for firefighters to knock down flames in a garage loft tonight. The call came in at 421 15th Avenue North about a half hour ago. The homeowner says he was welding. He was treated for a minor burn. Crews are still on the scene, making sure there isn't anything smoldering. No word on the extent of damage. Police are saying little tonight about a reported stabbing late this afternoon. A call coming in around 4:30 about a stabbing at the Casey's gas station on 10th Street North in Fargo. Initially, there was talk about a man being stabbed in the arm. So far, there's been no word on the man's condition and what actually took place.
A Breckenridge, Minnesota man is charged with 2 felonies after police say he tried to sexually assault a woman in Wahpeton, threatening to kill her if she didn't love him. 38-year-old Gabriel Robinson has been charged with 1 felony count of attempted gross sexual imposition and 1 count of terrorizing. The victim told officers that Robinson groped her several times. Documents state Robinson also told the victim he would snap her neck if she didn't love him. A warrant is currently out for his arrest.
An undercover drug bust in Duluth has led to the largest fentanyl seizure in Minnesota this year, an amount experts say could have killed 26,000 people. Authorities say 2 Chicago men are expected to face felony drug charges in connection with the bust last night. BCA agents seized 80 grams of suspected pure fentanyl powder.
Amy Klobuchar says her presidential campaign would find a way forward even if she's tied up with a Senate impeachment trial. The Minnesota senator says she has no idea how long a potential Senate trial would last if the House passes articles of impeachment. But Klobuchar will rely on surrogates and her staff to move the campaign forward if she's busy doing her constitutional duty.
And then I've got surrogates all over the place, and they'll have to be speaking if I can't be there. And we have great campaign staff in the early states.
Klobuchar acknowledges she cannot compete with a planned multi-million-dollar ad by potential candidate Michael Bloomberg. However, she doesn't think America wants another wealthy person in the White House.
A warning tonight about what you're doing at the gas station. Police say they see way too many people leaving their cars running and unlocked when pumping gas or running into the gas station when the temps drop below freezing.
Valley News Team's Melanie Palmer reminds us to lock up this winter.
Jeremy Clark is doing what a lot of you probably do, especially in the winter months.
My sensor went off. It went off in the summer too, and I had to get 2 of them replaced.
He's checking his car's tire pressure to see if it needs any air.
They're all at 32, which is what they're rated for.
But while he's in action, maintaining his Honda, he's also vulnerable to thieves. In fact, it was at an air pump like this one where a man took off with a Minnesota woman's car with her child still inside. Luckily, the driver let the kid out before taking off again. But Fargo police say they see too many of these cases in the winter months, mostly because people leave their cars unlocked and running.
It takes a minute for somebody to get in and take off in your vehicle. So, and then at that point, you never know if you're going to get your vehicle back. You don't know what condition you're going to get it in, where it's going to be recovered.
Jessica Schindeldecker with Fargo Police tells us to lock it up no matter how quick your trip inside the gas station is. And the same goes when you're putting air in your tires. As for Jeremy Clark, he says he does that most of the time.
I usually lock my car. Unless I'm right next to it, then I'll leave it unlocked.
But some police say that doesn't matter. They tell us it only takes a second for someone to hop in and take off, especially when the keys are inside, waiting for them. In Fargo, Melanie Palmer, Valley News Live.
If you're worried about getting back into a cold car, Fargo police suggest using an auto start or an app to keep your car running and locked while you make a stop.
The man is upset that someone stole his SUV, drove it 8,000 miles and damaged it, and he didn't find out for weeks. Moorhead police arrested Devin Ludwig surrounding the theft of Brian Gonzalez's vehicle from Ace Auto Repair. Gonzalez says he took the vehicle there to be worked on and that they said nothing about it being stolen.
I'm just shocked. You know, I never had a car stolen from me, but I guess, a lot of people don't have their cars stolen.
Ace Auto Repair told police they didn't realize Gonzalez's vehicle was stolen and their surveillance cameras weren't working. Gonzalez wants the repair shop in Ludwig to pay for repairs.
It seems strange to think about it now that the temperatures are cooler, but West Fargo police are reminding you to register your bikes. Officials say they had to go through 67 bikes in their impound, and only 5 of those were returned to their owners. If you can't make it to the police station during lobby hours, police say the best thing to do is write down the serial number and then take a picture. They say this can help if your bike disappears.
Uncle Mattio's Pizza on 45th Street in Fargo will soon be closing. In a Facebook post, they say they'll be shutting down on November 26th, and they thank the community for the support.
All right, a live look as we are peering on the eastern side into Minnesota of I-94. A very quiet night, minus the winds that have been robust throughout the day. Still nearly 20 miles per hour out of the south. Our temperature holding at 31 degrees. And we have low 30s here in southeast North Dakota. 36 in Sisseton, 34 Gwinner, and 36 as well in Jamestown. It's 29 this hour in Devil's Lake, where we have a little bit more snow remnant on the ground. 27 in Langdon. Out in Lakes Country in western and central Minnesota, temperatures ranging from the mid-20s on a chilly Friday evening in Badette to 32 in Detroit Lakes and 30 in Fergus Falls. We do have showers and thunderstorms rumbling through the Mississippi Delta as we look up into northern and central Missouri. Good old-fashioned snow falling there as the cold air that's with us has also been pushed well down to the south. As we head to bed tonight, it's clear, it's quiet for most, and the wind will be persistent as we go through the overnight hours, and that's going to keep us from getting nearly as cold as we did last night. We'll start out our Saturday morning with temperatures in the 20s for almost everyone, maybe even a few low 30s down in the far south. First half of the day, yes, we will have some clouds. Our wind direction will not be straight out of the south. It'll be out of the west, but that's still a rather warm direction for our area with this setup. And what that means is temperatures going to punch their way once again into the 40s for many. A few clouds late in the day. We cannot rule out a spotty sprinkle as we go into our Sunday. More on that in a second. But for Fargo on your Saturday, 27 to start. Temperatures ramping up through your afternoon all the way into the low to mid 40s. Pretty fair day. Remember, those winds will be more westerly at around 15 miles per hour or so. A few of us could get gusts a little higher. The best chance of 40-degree weather will be Grand Forks, Fargo, I-94 and points to the south. Still melting a little bit of snow up in northeast North Dakota, and that will limit your daytime highs to the 30s, but still above average for this time of the year. Lakes Country, 39 in Fergus Falls, 35 for Bemidji. Roseau tomorrow, 34 degrees. Big week for travelers as we go into next week. Now, we get through most of the weekend, but on Sunday, we'll have a chance at some spits of rain or snow into our Monday, mainly in the north. Now, if you're traveling on Tuesday, once again, we could have some light snow showers in our areas, but a little heavier snow possible moving in toward the Twin Cities. And that's all we have to worry about before Thanksgiving. But on Thanksgiving Day itself, we'll have a chance for some measurable snow in our area. It doesn't look big, but it does look like it could cause a few travel concerns. It's after Thanksgiving when we could see a more significant round of wintry weather in our region. We're going to keep track of this. This storm system is definitely something that on a couple different waves could bring some inclement weather for travelers. Here's the Tolna area. Take a look at this photo submitted by Lisa. Thanks for sharing that wintry scene up there in the Devil's Lake Basin. All right, here's a look at Sunday, 43 degrees late in the day, a chance for some sprinkles into your Monday. We cool things off early next week, and then as we head into Thanksgiving Day, it'll be cooler on Wednesday, chance for some light snow on Thursday and again on Friday, and we'll see what the weekend brings with that. Look at that. Whoa, get off me, turkey. All right, well, happy Thanksgiving. Travel safe. We'll keep you up to date with the latest on drumsticks as well as chances of flakes.
Yeah. How long did you work all night on that?
Yeah, my eyes are red.
Yeah.
No, I do.
All right.
All right, back to you.
Go ahead.
Later on Valley News Live 10 at 10, a warning tonight ahead of the Thanksgiving Day meal. Why health officials are urging you more than ever to thoroughly cook that bird.